Hello everyone and welcome to our ultimate guide to the best toasters. Today you'll find out what are the best 2-slice and 4-slice toasters, is a higher price always indicative of better quality, and how to choose a toaster that won't just give up on you in 6 months. We'll analyze the top toasters available in the market, specifically 6 of them, the best of the best. We resulted, compiled all their specifications, features, and test results into a spreadsheet, then assigned scores for each category. In this video, I'll reveal the best overall pick, mid-level price range pick, and a budget pick as well. We've based our comparison on 5 essential criteria, so it'll be easier for you to pick the best toaster for your needs. Each model can earn up to 10 points per criterion. You can see that criteria on the screen now. The full table with scores will be shown at the end of the video. And now let's move on to the best budget model in our ratings. So, the best budget pick in our guide is this black+decker with 2 slots. It's no surprise that we've got this toaster at this position. With a very generous price of $25, it'll serve you well, perfectly performing its main function, toasting. Performance is what makes this toaster one of the best budget toasters. You can very rarely meet a cheap toaster that toasts so evenly and fast. With as much as 6 shade settings and a little time, you can easily understand what your preferred degree of toasting is. Thanks to a crumbs tray underneath that black+decker, it's very easy to clean. You just turn the toaster upside down over the trash can and collect leftovers from it. Speaking of additional features, they work quite well. Frozen mode helps you to defrost pastries and does it properly, so they come out hot, crispy, and toasted. Bagel mode pleases even more by allowing you to make perfect bagels toasted only on one side. The main concerns about the toaster come from its budget. Its parts are cheap, and according to many reviews, the toaster tends to break down after a long time of use. But can you really expect absolute durability from a toaster for that price? Also, cord length is only 20 inches, which can become a problem if you have a big kitchen and not so many sockets. And though that toaster has a medium capacity, some pieces of pastry may not fit completely, which can be a serious disadvantage for fans of some types of bakery, like Lagana. And it has only 2 slots, which of course are golden standards for toasters, but for some that may seem as not enough. After all, it's the perfect budget toaster, especially if it's your first one, or you don't plan to use it on an everyday basis. So, if you're only diving into the world of toasters and you don't want to waste a lot of money, this is a perfect option. The next toaster in our guide, which has the best quality for its money, is the Keystone Retro Toaster, just for $60. Starting with its main function, it works perfectly on every shade setting, from golden to almost black, always evenly distributing heat and making precisely the toast you wanted. This model of Keystone is equipped with touch control, which makes its use even faster and more convenient, but it can also be a disadvantage if you cook with greasy hands. And shade settings for this toaster have pictures of the desired level of cooking, so you can sort out the one you desire from the beginning. Retro the outside and quite technological at its core, it's no wonder it got into this category. Its design is surely inspired by toasters from the last century, reminding the American dream from the 50s. We can see this by rounded shapes and the design of the lever. And this toaster also has some special features like frozen and bagel mode, functionality of which we already know. Plus, it has a reheating function, which heats up the bread without toasting it. But with all of its greatness, this toaster has some problems. In some cases, the toaster's lever doesn't work properly and has to be pushed down and held for the bread not to go out of it. That's the only malfunction that happens oftenly that we noticed. And while toasting, the toaster itself can get very hot, so be careful with that. Still, this toaster may become a great addition to your kitchen that'll serve you well, not only perfectly toasting bread, but also reheating and making bagels. Still, it has some problems with quality. All of the toasters we discussed before are 2-slice toasters, but this does not apply to the last toaster in our guide, which we choose as the best overall. So let's move on to it. The best of the best, dual-lit Nugene 4-slice toaster. For a price of $380, you'll get a high-quality hand-assembled toaster that'll definitely last for a long time. Let's go to the details. Performance of that toaster is truly perfect, thanks to Pro Heat technology that allows even toasting because of special dense winding. This means that none of the parts of the bread will be toasted more or less than the other. I guarantee you that you won't have burnt toast with that one. This toaster has 4 slots for bread, which is great great for toast lovers or big families, and if you don't need all four, you can make only 2 of them work. But for some, 4-slice toasters may not be so suitable, so you'd better have a spacious kitchen counter if you plan to use it on an everyday basis, or some place to store it when you don't need it. And though Dual has 4 slots for bread, they are not as wide as in previous toasters, so you'll either have to squeeze in some sort of bakery or to cook only toasting bread. One of the advantages of this toaster is that it's available in a huge number of colors. On Amazon, you can find it in more than 20 color schemes. What can I say for sure is that those Dual toasters won't break out of nowhere. Hand-built out of good materials with fully repairable or replaceable parts, that one surely will last for long. As for special features, this toaster has bagel and defrost functions. There's nothing special about them, but they work very well, again thanks to the dense winding. Perfect for making great classic toasts, very simplistic and elite toaster, but lacking functions that became standard. Machine made to perform one goal, but it performs it wonderfully. Now feel free to check out the full comparison table. The best budget option is the black+decker. The best value for money is the Keystone Retro Toaster, and the top overall toaster is the Dual New Gene. Have you ever wondered if there are toasters with 1 slot? Yes, there are, and one of them is made by Mitsubishi. It has 5 shade settings and 3 extra options. You can get it for $250 on Amazon. Some say that you can even make eggs in it. Keep in mind that you can find the links to the top 3 toaster models in the pinned comment below the video. Share your own toasting experiences and let me know if there are any amazing models that I may have overlooked in this video. If you found this video to be helpful, please consider giving it a like and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for tuning in.